So you're thinking about moving to the Phoenix metro area and you're trying to research all the best places to live, and you have no doubt come across Gilbert. Everybody loves Gilbert. What's not to like? There's good schools, there's low crime, there's good places to eat. That's all true, but depending on who you are, Gilbert really may not be the best fit. So in today's video, we're gonna talk about that. And this isn't gonna be some sugar-coated thing where the cons are really kind of pros in disguise. Oh, if you don't like sunshine, then don't move to Gilbert because it's sunny all the time. We're gonna get into the actual details of what some of my clients have told me that they genuinely don't like about Gilbert. It is not a perfect fit for everybody. So in this video, we're gonna get down to the truth and talk about it. Let's get after it. If this is your first time on my channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Phoenix, Arizona and the surrounding suburbs like Gilbert, then make sure you go down below, hit the subscribe button, ring that little bell for the notifications. That way you will be the first person to know about all the goings on in the Phoenix market. My name is Brian Elder and I get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you and you who are thinking about moving here to Phoenix. So if you're moving in 6 days or 60 days, make sure you reach out to me and I can help you make a smooth move to Phoenix. All right, so let's dive into what people really genuinely do not like about Gilbert. It receives tons of good press, and rightfully so. I love Gilbert. Let me preface that by saying I think it's one of the best places that there is to live anywhere in the valley. But I am also a realist and understand everybody's different, looking for different things. So let's talk about the things that people don't like. Number one, Gilbert is flat as a pancake. It is Texas or Midwest flat. So if you're looking for varied terrain, living on a hillside, don't move to Gilbert because you're not gonna find that in the middle of Gilbert. It is, again, just wide open. Now, obviously Phoenix has mountains. We call it the Valley of the Sun. In order to have a valley, you have to have mountains. So there are some beautiful mountain ranges that surround the entire metro area, but those don't run through the middle of Gilbert. So you'll have good views of them. I guess if there's a flat, and again, I'm not trying to sugarcoat this, but if there is a pro, then it is that you can see those mountains, but they're way off in the distance. So Santan Mountain, the Superstitions, they're all gonna be kind of nearby, but you're gonna have to drive a good 20 minutes minimum to get to any of those. So if you like terrain and you wanna live on a hillside, Gilbert, not the best fit for you. And for item number two, we're gonna talk about the fact that Gilbert shuts down early. It is a family destination. They make no bones about that. Everybody, for the most part, knows that about Gilbert. But if you're a young professional, you don't have kids, then you may not love the fact that if you're looking for a night out on the town pretty well packs it in at about 11 o'clock. People got to get home and relieve the babysitter, whatever they got to do. And so if you're looking to stay out beyond that, which plenty of people are, then again, Gilbert may not be a good fit for you. I absolutely love downtown Gilbert. The bars, the restaurants, some great places to go, but it gets pretty quiet by about 11 o'clock. Even on the weekends, it's not super busy after that time. It definitely shuts down far earlier than the rest of the valley. So if you are looking for more of that nightlife kind of atmosphere, there are better fits. Places like Scottsdale, Tempe, downtown Phoenix, they all have places that'll keep you entertained until 4 in the morning if that's what you're looking for. But Gilbert doesn't have that, so if that is your desired outcome, don't move to Gilbert. So another thing that people don't like about Gilbert is that it has gotten expensive. With all the people moving there, that obviously drives the price of housing through the roof. So as of right now, the median listing price in Gilbert is $575,000. That's over $200,000 more than it was just a couple of years ago. Chandler, meanwhile, next door, you can save a pretty good amount by going over there. It's at $529,000 for the median listing price. If you're okay being in Mesa, which has some great communities, by the way, you can save a boatload. Mesa's average listing price right now is $450,000. So if you don't have to have the Gilbert address and be able to say that you live in Gilbert, you can really save a good amount of money. And Chandler and Mesa, by the way, have some great amenities. Mesa has far better public transit. If you go over to Chandler, they have a little bit more of the nightlife and everything going on that Gilbert is lacking in some ways. So really, they all have a lot to offer, but Gilbert is the preferred destination for a lot of people, and that has driven up the cost of housing, and a lot of people can't stand that. Another thing people don't like about Gilbert is that there is very little to no public transit. So if you are someone who wants to take the bus or maybe hop on the light rail, well, you can forget about it because there are very few options. In fact, the light rail doesn't even come out that far. It stops in Mesa. So buses, yeah, they have some, but the schedule is a little limited and the routes aren't all that robust. So you're gonna need a car, and that's fine, you know, a lot of people are okay with that. But if you don't want to be someone who relies on a car, or maybe you want to bike to work, your options in Gilbert are pretty limited. It's a big city, it's really spread out, and obviously it gets super hot in the summertime. So riding your bike isn't gonna be an option unless you wanna just have the craziest heat you've ever felt for 3 months. And that really isn't the best way to get to work in the middle of the summer. So if you need public transit, if you're looking for that kind of thing, Gilbert, not a good option. Another thing that people don't like about Gilbert is the smells in certain parts of it. So if you go to the right spot in Gilbert, you're gonna find dairies. It's an agricultural community. Yes, it's largely turned into subdivisions, but that ag spirit is still alive and well in Gilbert. And if you're in the wrong part of town and the wind is blowing just right, you're gonna smell like you live at a dairy. And that is not the most pleasant smell in the world. I don't know how familiar you are with a dairy, but you know that there are cows there. Cows eat a lot, and therefore you get the idea. So if you are looking to never have those olfactory odors that are just gonna bother you and make you feel like you're living at Green Acres or something, you probably wanna avoid Gilbert, because again, there are plenty of agricultural operations that are still going on out there. A lot of them are disappearing, which I kind of have mixed feeling about, being a kid that grew up on a ranch. But anyway, is what it is. But if you don't like the smell of cows, dairies, agricultural stuff, definitely want to steer clear of Gilbert. So while there's plenty to love about Gilbert, remember, I love Gilbert. It's one of my favorite places in all of Arizona, but I know it's not right for everybody. And again, that's why I encourage you to reach out to me via the phone call, the text message, or the Zoom call. Let's get to know each other a little bit better. Let me find out what you're looking for, and that way I can help pinpoint the right area in the valley that's gonna be a fit for you. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate your support as always. If you found this content helpful, make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up to give me a like. It really helps me out. Thank you again. We'll see you again soon with some more updates on the Phoenix real estate market.